Hi you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are going to be doing a diesel filter on a Renault Megan here. This particular car is a 2014 I think, or 2013. So as you can see, we're taking the wheel off here. So there's our bolts just coming off. Okay, so the wheel's off there. Now there's a inner wheel arch trim there, which you're going to want to take out. That splits just on the top. That comes out in like two pieces there. So we're only taking the front piece out on this. So what you want to do is take these little like plastic pushing grommet clips. So that's just like a special screwdriver that's made to remove them panel clips. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just pulling them out there. Now there is also some 7mm self-tapping screws that just go in the side as well. So I've just got to take them out as well. Now these will be the same on like a Renault Scenic, the Clios as well. Some of them have them, so they're all sort of the same setup here. Okay, so I'm just taking these out. There you see I just got an 8mm. I thought they were 8s, but they're not. They're 7s. So I just have to pop back and get some different size there. So I've just undone them. There's only 2 on here. Okay, so they're out. And what you want to do now is just give it a little bit of a move about in there, just to make yourself sort of get a bit of movement on it. There was another one as well just further around, which I didn't quite get on there, so I'll grab that in a minute. But as you can see, I don't really want to move that much. There's still one in there, so we'll just take that one out, and hopefully this will come out this time. Okay, there we are. And as you can see, it tucks just beyond the back of the suspension leg there. Okay, so that's all out. Now that little casing, little metal casing there, is the holder for the diesel filter. So what we're now going to do, there's a 10mm nut on the stud on there that holds that in. So what I'm doing, I'm just undoing that with a hand ratchet there, just so I don't sort of damage any of the threads or anything like that. So we just took that one nut off, and that's on like a little door sort of hinge type. So as you can see, it just swings round, so that'll stay in there. Now what you do, you take the filter out on here, and there's 2 pipes, a feed in and a feed out, and there's also a sensor on the top with a wire plug. So what you want to do is get yourself a thick flat-ended screwdriver, and there's a little tag just on the side of the pipes where you just push that in, and as you push it in, you then want to slide the pipe up. That is a bit difficult because there's not much room to get the filter down, but once you sort of get the first one off, you make yourself a little bit more room there. And then as you can see, the second one just coming off now. Okay, and we unplugged the plug as well. Some of these have, on the bottom of the filters, sometimes have a wire off of them as well, on some models, but this one doesn't. It just has a drainer on there. So what I've done, I've just got a jar just so I can unscrew and reuse the screw drainer at the bottom, because the new filter doesn't come with one of them. So I'll just drain all the old diesel out of the filter. And that was in quite sort of, that was a very cloudy, and that once we drained it out, so it hadn't been changed as well for a long time, I don't think. Okay, so we're now just draining that. Okay, here's a new filter. So on the filters as well, on the top, I don't know if you just see it there, but there is a arrow for the in and an arrow for the out. So you have to make sure that you get that run the right way on there, otherwise you would have a few problems. So just when you take it off, see what your filter's like, see if there's any arrows on it and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm just putting that, just took the sensor out for some reason. I've never got that on the camera, which I should have. Yeah, there's a jar, there's what I'm draining it in, as you can see. So I just took the bottom bung out, and that's draining there. And on the sensor on top, it's 2 T25 screws that are in there to hold the little sensor in at the top. So with your new filter as well, you will get, as you can see it draining, you see it's a really dirty colour there. It's really cloudy as well. So yeah, that definitely needed changing. So yeah, what you're looking for on the actual filter, when you take it out, for that little bit on the top, you're just wanting to take the screws out, make sure, you know, when you take it out, you get the whole piece that comes in, put the new rubbers and seals and stuff on, and then pop that all back in there. So I'm just putting that new filter back together now. I've got covered in diesel. That's lovely getting that all over your hands. So all I've done, I just used 1/4-inch ratchet just to undo them and do them back up. You don't need to swing on them. So it just took a little bit of persuasion there just to get the filter out. To get the sensor out of the filter. But we did get there eventually. Okay, so that's the sensor there going in. Just putting them screws in. Like I said, they haven't got to be too tight. You know, they just nip them up hand tight. That's plenty on them. So that's done. There's 2 bungs on the filter as well. So we just pulled them off. They're just like a dust cover for when they come out. Basically, stop anything getting in there. They seem to be on there fairly tight. So I just had to get a little pair of pliers on there just to pull them up. Okay, so now we're just putting the filter back in. So you've got to find out to make sure that you put the filter Okay, so we've just put the 2 pipes on and the electric plug on there. So you need to do that before you put the actual fuel clamp in place for the filter, because you won't be able to get up in there to do that. So once we've done that, we then pop the inner arch in as well. So what you're looking for, once you've done this, to bleed the system, all you do is put the ignition on, and what happens is the fuel will pressurise from the tank through the fuel lines into the filter housing, and that fill the filter housing up that you've got there, and then from there that will then come out of the filter. The air will go around the system and then all the way back to the diesel tank. Now once that's in there, once you put the ignition on, you will hear a lot of bubbling and the pump running and stuff like that. So it takes about a minute, maybe 40 seconds on there. So what I've done, excuse my coughing, got a bit of a sore throat, but yeah, so what you're looking for is once you put that on, leave that running, and then once I've done that, I then turn the ignition off, return the ignition on, make sure that was all fine, and then started the vehicle, and that was fine. It didn't cut out or nothing. That then run as that should. So yeah, so as you can see here, that's a bit of a nightmare to get this housing closed, because there's like a rub mat, wear mat on the side of the filter on there. So what I had to do is I just got a pair of pliers, made sure the filter was in the right place as well. You need to make sure that is in where it needs to be, and then I just got a pair of pliers just to pull that up, just so that holds that filter housing nice and tight, and then put the 10mm nut on, and yeah, just doing it up now by hand. So once that's done, we're just going to get the inner lining of the arch. Thumbs up from me there, so that's all good. So as we can see, so make sure you get your pipes in as well, because like I say, that's all the room that you've got in there, so there's not much room at all. So yeah, now we're just going to put the inner lining in. It's basically all we've done. It's a little bit fiddly, get that back in where it needs to be. Get 2 of your panel clips, put one in the top, one in the bottom once you've got it in place, and then just go around and make sure the others are all where it needs to be. Once they are where it's got to be, just pop your 2 7mm screws in the side, and your panel clips in the rest of the liner in there, and that's all done then. Pop your wheel on as well on there. Don't forget to torque your wheel bolts down. Make sure they're to the correct setting of what they need to be. So yeah, once that's done, just take it for a little drive after, just to make sure you know all the air's out the system completely on there. But other than that, that is how to change the diesel filter. Okay guys, so thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, hit the like on the video. Hit the subscribe as well on the channel. There'll be a lot more repair videos coming up on the channel now, and stuff like that. Also, I have got a few videos on a recovery truck as well, that I've now just sort of put together and stuff. So there'll be some more of them coming on the channel. So if that's the sort of content you want to see, then subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.